We have a brand new ban list listed in-game just this moment, and it's right after an emergency ban list that happened for the Exceed Festival. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's hop right into the brand new ban list. And for this video, we're going to do a $100 giveaway. Like, subscribe, comment. Also, to double up on it, you will be able to post on the comment section of the Master Duel Forbidden Limited list update, and you will be picked for the giveaway from this and from YouTube. Now, let's hop into the ban list. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. February 28th. Wow, that's kind of early. When is my next stream, actually? The 26th, but we're still going to implement the ban list on the tournament, $2,000 tournament qualifier this day. But that's quite early for a ban list. Interesting. Let's go on down through it. Genix Ally Birdman 2-3. I don't think anyone cares, right? Let's check out this card. Whoa, Windup was playing it at 1. Okay, we're just going to move on. This is nothing. It's been at 3 in OCG. No one cares. All right. Thunder Dragon Roar to 3. People care about this, though. That's something to care about, I'd say, for the Thunder Dragon deck type, Danger Thunder Dragon. Let's look at this real quick. They're definitely playing it at 2, 100%. And TCG players still have Colossus banned, while we're starting to have more and more cards being unlimited for this deck type. Is Gold Sark up next? I think that this could be a good card to put at least at 2. You tell me what deck this would break if you'd put Gold Sark at 2. Let me see that real quick. Yeah, Thunder Dragon's the main deck using it, so I would say it's for them. Very interesting. All right, if this is banished, you could summon a Thunder Dragon from the deck, makes it more consistent. I like it. I like it. I like Thunder Dragon. Now, moving on. Orcust Harp Horror. Isn't this on top of them already? Wait, I think I was reacting to this being newly unlimited in OCG, and now it's unlimited in Master Duel. So I'm very happy to see that. If we look at how Orcust has been doing lately, Orcust deck type, the Mech Knight Gursu is at 3 in TCG. That's a really good one that they may start unlimiting next. We just had the Galatea. Galatea went from 1 to 2. All right, interesting. And, it did not make the deck top tier. And as you can see here, Pure Orcust is being played with Runick. Okay, that's interesting. So the Phantom Knight Orcust is probably a more relevant deck to your interests here that now just got a nice boost. Triple Harp Horror. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. This is good. I'm going to be testing this out. Let's move on to more. That's it for Unlimited. Runick Destruction from 3 to 2. Hold up. Is there going to be a lot more Runick cards on here? Like, just Destruction doesn't make sense. I would bring up all the decks that use Runick, but maybe we should look at more hits for Runick. And my first impression right away is that this is not one of the strongest Runick cards, but it's a super rare. And I don't think they want to give a refund for ultra rares if they can avoid it. So we'll see. This destroys back row. The Runick deck type's all about decking your opponent out or being used with the newly released Sprite to be top tier, tier 1. If we look at the tier list, you should see Runick Sprite #1. That's about 29% of tournament topping decks. That's ridiculous. And also, Pure Runick being really nasty with Floodgates, not a cool deck. But we'll see what else they possibly do here. Let me zoom back in so we don't spoil. All right, let's move on. More, okay, a bunch of cards semi-limited? Are they across the board semi-limiting? Is it going to be everything but the ultra rares? So we have Freezing Curses, which is quick effect to negate a monster. We have Destruction, which is quick effect to pop a back row. These also turn into hand traps if you have the Runick Fountain, which my wish list was that the Runick Fountain would go to 1. Could it possibly go to 1 on top of all this? I think that if these are all being limited on top of that, that might be a bit overkill. So we'll see. 2 Runick cards to 2. And they definitely actually saw some Runick Sprite players playing Runick Destruction at 2 already. What the hell? Curse is a definite 3 of. Runick Slumber to 2. How many cards are going to 2? What the heck? You can't just put the whole deck to 2, then call it balanced? Oh boy. I do want to say this, that a question came to me because of my TCG history back in quitting in 2014. And the question was, what's the most toxic deck in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! History that I've played against or played with? And I'm just really thinking, and I just think Runick's the most toxic one, at least the Floodgate version. Banishing from your deck, so if you have combo pieces that are randomly being banished, cards that you like to search for, that gets screwed up, and you're being floodgated on top of that. And there's not a lot of counterplay to this deck because the Hug-In protects you from destruction on your face-down cards, face-up cards, and it's multiple times. It's ridiculous. I hate this deck, at least the Floodgate version. Okay, let's move on. I would say I only hate the Runick Sprite version because it's very boring to cast it in a tournament. A Runick Sprite mirror match is very boring. So will this be slapped up? We're going to keep seeing. We're going to keep seeing. 1, 2, 3. Is this enough alone? I don't know. Wait, no more Runick cards? Okay, Fusion Destiny? Fusion Destiny from 1 to 2. Let's freaking go. That's great. Ever since the Celestial ban, which, by the way, I predicted would happen. Everyone said I was crazy for saying it. This is what made the Fusion Destiny broken. And the TCG and OCG, they went for Anaconda before the Celestial, and we still got Anaconda. So we don't care. I mean, I think we still have Anaconda. I don't know if this ban list is going to hit it. Well, I guess this would spoil me. Okay, good job, Fusion Destiny. Heroes are going to love this change. Good boost for them. All right, I love it. And also, we had the recent MCS, which our first place champion was playing Fusion Destiny. Let's type Fusion D right here. Phantom Knight Burning Abyss, among the sea of the Runick Sprite players, was able to win it all, and now we have it at 2. So that's great. That is wonderful. Let's keep on going. Okay. Wait, that's it for semi-limited. So these 3 semi-limited, we could still have the Runick Fountain at 1. Would that even be overkill on top of this? I mean, maybe they just deserve it. I think the Runick Fountain at 1 would, it'd be a lot more counterplay, Amano-Iwato to 1? Are you freaking kidding me? Now, if you're thinking, what the hell? Why? Well, if we click on the card, you'll see right away. Runick. Runick is the reason why. You see that now these Runick decks are not even allowed to be played. I don't want to spoil myself by clicking on the breakdown because maybe there's more Runick cards will be hit. I'm hoping, but limited to 1. This just turns off hand traps for a turn. You summon it, you can't chain to it. It's on the field. You can't chain your monster effects in the field. You can't chain Max C. Not even if you wanted to. Not saying that you would, but that's it. This just turns off hand traps, and then they go balls to the wall with their big plays of just constantly banishing your deck. Not cool. And then also, if they banish your Thunder Dragons, they don't even trigger. So, like, what the hell is that? That's really toxic. Your monsters that usually trigger when banished get turned off by this. Not cool. Not a cool card with how it's being used. And what else? What? That's it? Full changes? The full changes. What the hell? Is this going to have a big impact? Let's look at the tier list. We're going to look at Pure Runick and Runick Sprite real quick. What is this going to do? Slumber, 84% already played at 3. I'm going to do the tournament filter for a little bit better deck list here. We have Curses, definite 3 of. They didn't hit Flashing Fire. What's up with that? Why is Flashing Fire still at 3, and why wasn't that one of the cards semi-limited if they wanted to hit the deck type even harder? And this is a super rare, so you wouldn't even get a refund on that. They're not going to hit tip, even though they maybe should have. I think that the Runick Fountain should have gone to 1 to make it. I would like to see them lose to a single Cosmic Cyclone or have to use the Moon in to protect it. That'd be nice. The Slumber is one of among the top 4 Runick cards they play at 3. The Slumber was already, the least popular among the main 5, with Slumber being among those top 5, if you don't count the Runick Fountain. And then that got semi-limited over the Flashing Fire. I think that would have hurt a bit more. This destroys a special summon monster. This stops an attacker, makes you indestructible. Interesting. I think this is still definitely a deck. You have like a 4% is a really, let's see a few of these deck lists real quick. Okay, already at 2, it will hit a little bit, a little bit, but this is still going to be top tier. I'd say this is not enough to knock them off. But what about a pure Runick deck? How about that? Let's see. So let's see a few more of these deck lists so you can get a good gander of all the tournament topping decks that have been happening with Runick Sprite. Now, let's look at the pure Runick deck. They had to max everything at 3 pretty much, even the Slumber. Look at that, 100%. So I'm going to say that this ban list was mostly for this. Runick Sprite was the main reason. Amano-Iwato, a very little amount, we're playing it at 0, but the majority playing this at 3, and yeah, very good for that to get hit. Look at all their floodgates getting hit. This deck got Card of Demise hit. It got Duality hit. It got There Can Only Be One hit. Now it got Amano-Iwato hit. How many more hits does this deck need to freaking die? It's so toxic. I hate this deck. Not cool whatsoever. Really, probably, it's got to go down as one of the most toxic decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! History if we don't count, getting first turn killed. I think this is less toxic than a first turn kill. This locks you into a really long duel. At least the first turn kill in Master Duel, you're in, you're out. This is, 10, 20, even 30 minutes wasting your time. It pisses you off. You got to surrender early. Jeez. And beyond that, okay, yeah, this is pure Runick. I think Runick Sprite's still gonna be very good. I'm excited to be trying out, I'll be going into Orcus. This will be, even if it's not at 3 yet in game, I can make the duel room for the tournament happening on twitch.tv/Decade. It's gonna be allowed. So you will see this at 3. You will see Thunder Dragon Roar at 3. And with Runick Sprite being the most popular deck, best performing deck, and now this going to 3, maybe it's time to whip out the Thunder Dragons again. Have the opponent's random Runick Sprite cards banishing off the top of your deck, triggering your Thunder Dragons. That's great. And then on top of that, having the Colossus against Runick Sprite, stopping the blue search, stopping the jet search, stopping a bunch of searches. That's actually very, very good. Okay, wow. And I guess that's all I really want to say about this ban list. So make sure you comment here. Comment here and or react. Well, make sure you comment. I can't track your reactions. And then you'll be entered into the $100 giveaway. In addition to, we'll be picking someone from liking, subscribing, and commenting in the comment section below of the YouTube video. I appreciate you all very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know what you think about this ban list. Overall, it's kind of underwhelming. Hit to pure Sprite, and then tiny boost to other decks. I can't act like this is like, whoa, 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 whoa.